Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news and intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversations. 96.9 FM. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty and Mary Jane. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
Dr. Fire keep burning. Can't cool. Yo.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by Burger King, City of Hope, Fine Threads, the Free National Movement, John's Department Store, Kelly's Home Center, KFC, Muffler World, Naughty Johnny's, NRG Nutrition, Prince Masters, Royal Caribbean Cruises Limited, and Tropical Gyros.
You've got it locked and loaded to the Thursday, November 13th edition of Talking Heads. Your boy Naughty Law and Mary Jane in your company right up until 6 p.m. It is Thursday. Surprise, surprise. Got the call. Pearlie is tied up. Pearlie got an important meeting. And hey, they're here. Have no fear. Yours truly along with MJ.
And you dragged me along with you on a Thursday.
Don't lie. I didn't drag you. And I say let's go and you jumped in the car willingly and say let's roll. There ain't no draggage.
Okay.
But yeah. I mean, now that you mention it.
Shouts out to Pearlie.
If you want to play that
We'll
role
be back
later,
next Thursday.
We can play caveman later. You know, like me,
What?
man, you, woman, man, love, woman, need woman now.
What kind of game is that?
Just don't hit me over the head with my own club. That's all I say.
Yeah.
But hey, how dating has evolved from then till now. Back in the day, just walk up on who you like, whap them with a piece of stick, and it's all
that's
good.
like Neanderthal days. Let's be real. Who are you talking about?
I know. That's why I said we've evolved. It's much better
We
now.
have. Much better.
Back in the day, if you like me, I wouldn't want you to come up and hit me with a stick. I like you. Pfft. No, sir. Anyway, I digress. We're here on a Thursday. We got lots to talk about, and I promise, MJ promised, when we hit 5 o'clock,
Sports
we can talk
time.
sports. Now, we're going to open up the lines in this hour, and if it goes over a little bit, we shall go over, but we will talk some sports in depth today in the 5 o'clock hour as we will tomorrow. And like I said, we appreciate you sports aficionados riding it out with us, because, you know, just like when there's dead time in sports we go over, or we start sports a little early, well, now with a golden by-election and silly season upon us, there's some days we may have to go over. That's just how it is.
Yeah, but I'm just.
But we're doing it for country.
I'm just so surprised we're already at week 11 for the NFL. That's crazy.
Please.
It's almost over.
Please.
Just started.
Please.
So fast.
Stop.
Yeah.
I know what you're getting at. I don't even want to talk about my Cowboys right now. I know what you're getting at, the big picture. You're telling me week 11. That means there's only more 8 more weeks in the season, more or less, with the bye. And then that project list that I told you to wait on till after the season, you're going to make me get into now, because you know the Cowboys ain't going to the playoffs. So I don't have till February.
I mean, you have until 2026 sometime, you know.
How I get to 2026 and
Once
it always
Super Bowl
flowed
is
over?
done, it's done. Well, that's 2026.
Well, that's true. I was thinking 2025. Yeah, well, I'll take that. Wrap.
Okay.
Yes, after the Super Bowl. You all heard it on national
Except
radio.
for all the Christmas stuff.
I haven't but I don't mind that, because I love Christmas.
Okay.
I love it. And I love what you do at Christmas. But you know it's always better than Christmas? The warm-up for Christmas. The preseason for Christmas, which is Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I can let you all know now, gluttony could be in full effect on that Thursday. You know turkey, man. At least 3 helpings of the turkey, the mash, the mac and cheese, the stuffing, and then...
The candied yams.
Yeah.
You'll do that. Mm-hmm.
And then afterwards, either the pumpkin pie or the apple pie.
Or maybe both.
Or both. And then you exhale for a minute. Let the itis carry you where it need to carry you. And when you come back, because sometimes you'll leave your body if you do it right. You got all the leftovers afterwards, and that's what I love. Turkey sandwich, and then you got turkey salad, then you got turkey soup.
And lots of football on that day. Yippee.
Yeah, but again, Again, I have the Cowboys to watch. I don't know, if I should eat before the
Well,
game
we'll
or
make the
after the
best.
game.
We'll make the best of the situation.
Maybe I should eat after the 8 o'clock game, because if I eat before the game and they lose, I could throw up.
You're not gonna make it that
And then
late.
if I don't eat before the game and I eat after the game, I could be nauseous afterwards because we lost. 8 o'clock should be good.
8 o'clock, 8 a.m. if that's what you're talking about. That's when you should start.
You
Enjoy
know
the
that ain't
day.
gonna work. You know from 11:30 when things start, it's things you got to run me in the kitchen. It's not done yet, but it looked done. And I promise I won't do what I did last year.
You remind me?
The taster plate, like the taste for everybody, I see that didn't work out. None of y'all believe me. The boys was hot because they wanted to do it before me, but I beat them to it. Yeah, but if you can get away with it, fellas, I'll tell you this what you do. You got a little plate, and when nobody looking before it's served, you go and you get some skin, a little piece of white meat, a little piece of dark meat, then you throw a little piece of macaroni there, but take it from the corner, one corner, and then hide it back under the tin foil in the pan. And then you take
Oh,
a mouthful
my
of mashed
gosh.
potato or peas and rice, put it on a small plate, and you find a little corner or nook in your house like you're checking something, and you got to scarf it. And you got to do it like the Asian dude who does the video eating the noodles, like fast and in a hurry, suck it down, swallow it down, and just walk around with a smile on your face.
Don't
because
burn
you
your
had like
tongue.
a precursor. Now, if there's something wrong, you could bring it up and say, boy, I hope, the seasoning on that turkey salad this year was good last year, boy. Had plenty pepper. I wonder if we got enough pepper on it this year. Drop a little hint.
You're really running right out, You're running right out.
And then if you go to people's house later on during the week, next week, leading up to Thanksgiving, because you ain't gonna remember it now, but I will give you my top 10 toter tips on how to tote at Thanksgiving. Okay, we got to get to the phone lines real quick. Talking heads.
Man, Naughty, you hit it on the head. You hit it on the head, brother. Leading up to Thanksgiving, Naughty, I can need if only one, or if you decide to do all 10 on one show, we can need them toting tips.
I will give you the totem tips. Normally, I
Don't
charge
encourage him.
and ask you to go to my GoFundMe account to pay for
Naughty,
those
what
tips.
triggered me to call just now is when you talk about the leftover turkey, brother, man. Come on. Naughty, ain't nothing for me. I look forward to the day after
Thank you
Thanksgiving.
very much. Them turkey sandwich with the cranberry and the lettuce and the tomato. Thank you.
The turkey, by Naughty, there's no turkey salad would taste good like the leftover turkey, right? When you didn't pick all the neck and thing and pick the backbone laying down to the bottom.
See, why you
with the jelly on it when you
While
put it in
you
the
be
fridge?
picking the neck, I like to go get that keel with leftover and little exposed and got that same jelly you talking about, but then that keel piece is crunchy so you could chew that up.
Man, look here. And then another one I wanted to lay down this Thanksgiving, Naughty. You ain't got to really sneak in the kitchen and thing. I want to encourage us. Like me, I everybody in like me, I grew up in the kitchen with Grammy and Mommy. So I like being in the kitchen. It's therapeutic for me. That's where I get my little
It
stress.
surely is.
That's one of my areas in the house.
It is
But
therapeutic. I like to cook with MJ too, but she just don't like to let me pick early. Like
He
she don't
really
like me to
doesn't
pick.
help. He does not help at
No,
all.
but see, I was hoping that once we in the kitchen, they say taste this, or they don't mind you picking because you in the kitchen with them. Because I just wasn't.
No, see, you mentioned Grammy them, right? Grammy them was like, yeah, taste this. Let me know how it feels. This, that, and
I used
other.
to give you the bowl and all that.
This
stuff,
generation is now, yes, it could taste good. I know it could taste good because I use Grammy recipe. What more important is, how do the dishes look on the table? Does the tablecloth look good? Do I have enough silverware out there? That's the good silverware. At least the crystal glasses. I hope these people coming over don't break my crystal. You understand what I say? It's a different vibe now.
No, but I just wanted to encourage everybody for whatever it's worth, if it's corned beef and rice or whatever. let's
Be
just
thankful for what you
grateful.
got and the fellowship
Exactly.
with who you have
Yep.
it with and your family.
Exactly. Let's give thanks for each other this holiday, and let the taste of each other be the thing that we savor on this holiday.
I love that message.
But I love it too. MJ smiling and I smiling. Call I can let you know how dessert was, okay?
I love that message. Have a good one, caller.
Thank you, caller. You inspired me.
Always a pleasure when you're there, MJ.
Thanks so much.
There you go.
You're
All right?
incorrigible.
And I cannot let our callers down, so I have to make sure that,
You are a mess.
I enjoy the taste of you and you enjoy the taste of me and you
of
enjoy the taste of each other.
Yeah, the holidays.
But it's always a great warm-up for Christmas. And then, then you get into the Christmas. And obviously with all the turkey, the only better leftovers after Thanksgiving is Christmas because then you get ham, turkey, and roast beef and some other things. So, yeah, it's definitely a good look. All right. MJ and I like to keep you in the know and get you where you want to go. Got a little FYI for you. Don't forget BTC doing big things, all right? The deal you've been waiting for is here for 2 days only. This Thursday and Friday, BTC is turning up the heat. Sign up for the $64.99 postpaid plan at BTC Mall or Southwest Plaza locations and score the all-new iPhone 16 256 gigs for just $599. That is a good deal.
That's a great deal. What? It's a lot of memory.
That's $100 off the regular price, but you
I
got to
love
move
that
fast.
deal.
When Friday's gone, this deal's gone too. So what are you waiting for? Run to BTC Mall or Southwest Plaza and grab your new iPhone 16 today, 256 gigs.
That's actually a great price, and that's a lot of
you like-
memory.
you like it
Especially
that?
one like me. Like I don't replace
You
my
like that?
phone every.
Do you like that?
I don't replace my phone every
That's
year.
what I'm talking about. You like that?
Like I run it right to the.
I see just smiling.
to the
You like that?
maximum. I go until Apple says no more updates, and then I get rid of it.
256 gigs. That's a lot of gigs, baby.
That is a lot.
And you know, when it comes to phones, size matters with the gigs. 256.
You know what else matters?
Do you like that?
Your health. And that's why I want you guys to remember that. If you're exercising on the Cable Beach Strip or on Goodman's Bay, stop by after your workout for a smoothie or breakfast. I'm talking about energy. Yes, be sure to stop by for lunch, for fresh, healthy sandwiches and wraps, salads with proteins, or hot plates, fresh and made to order. Call them at 6035261, or you can order online at www.nrgbahamas.com. And be sure to select the correct location for pickup. And if you can't park, request curbside delivery when you arrive. Go check them out at Energy. Love the smoothies, love the salads, love the soups, love the sandwiches. I just love Energy. So be sure to go check them out on Cable Beach. And they also have other locations in Palmdale as well as Old Fort Bay.
All right. So we got lots to talk about today. Like I told you, we're going to open up the lines. Open line, whatever y'all want to talk about or what y'all didn't get to talk about so far for the day, we could chop it up, all right? And if you want to chime in, here's how.
Here's how you can become a talking head. Brought to you by BTC.
Text lines powered by BTC 422-GR96. That's 422-4796. Phone lines open in New Providence 323-635-4259, 325-4316. Toll free in anyone of the Family Islands 242-300-5720, 242-300-5720. Stream us live, take us wherever you want to go. GuardianTalkRadio.com. That's GuardianTalkRadio.com. Cable channel 969, BTC Flow channel 612. That's how you get it in. That's how you get it on for fresh new smart talk all day, right here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. And like I said, let me go to the text lines real quick. And Naughty and MJ, good afternoon. You and MJ reminds me of Morning Joe. I watch every morning. Your rating should be the best in all talk show hosts across this nation.
Joe and Mika. Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
Interesting.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I
don't know if
I get
should
the
take
reference. I get
Yeah,
the reference.
I get it.
No, because they're married, so.
There you go. But I appreciate it. And like I said, man, glad you listen. Glad you enjoy. You know what I mean? And, in the afternoon, we pretty much, who's holding it down. And that's why we always say Talking Heads, the talk show that other talk shows listen to. So I appreciate you there, caller and texter. Good afternoon, Naughty, and my favorite host, MJ. And please tell Corporate and Legal MJ needs her own show. Where you get Corporate and Legal from now, Hardy?
Good
Jesus Lord, I mean, come on,
afternoon.
you could use my own talks against me?
Just read the text.
I am a texter, not a caller to all of the Guardian shows. Mr. Pickstalk, was that intentional or was that a typo?
What?
It's typed Pickstalk.
Oh.
But that's kind of funny. Like,
Okay.
you stalking the seat was on the show you followed. I text the question in from Mr. Pickstalk to explain the situation about the Golden Yoke, but Garth refused to read my text for him to respond.
Oh, boy.
But you can't beat up on God because, PLP candidates, they got a gag order from their chairman. They don't like, I'm surprised he's even on a Guardian talk show.
You think so?
Everybody knows far and wide Mr. Mitchell has them gagged. They don't do live phone calls. He don't do
I
live
don't know
phone
that, but
calls.
I know that he doesn't for sure.
And to me, that exhibits and displays gross cowardice. Because if you work for me, you should be able to answer to me. If you've done such a good job, you should go anywhere on any platform and be able to present your side and show and speak for yourself why you are a good option.
Well, that's so funny because I was doing, so I told you guys that I was probably going to bring back a segment that I used to do on another radio show once upon a
Stop.
time.
I encouraged you to bring it back. Let's call it for what it is.
Called Today I Learned, where I talk about things that I may have learned.
Well,
but
actually,
do a little bit of
I
research on.
piggybacked the text that had texted in and said that they were a huge fan when you were on middays and they used to love your segment. Today I learned.
That
and then
is
quick,
true.
fast, and hurry, I jumped on that and I said, yeah, you should bring it back. Whap. Now here we are.
Right. So, and I did a little bit of research for the capsule that we're going to drop today. So we're bringing it back, and that'll drop today. One of the things that I looked at is Singapore and their governance model. Because, Bahamians talk about Singapore a lot. We have some similarities in terms of
And they have some good ideas that could be applicable to our country.
when we became independent and the path they took and the path we took. So that's coming up. But accountability is so high on the list of priorities in terms of their governance. So where I do recognize that maybe sometimes you don't have the time to take questions from everybody, but I do think it should be standard that if you're a politician or you're seeking political office, elected office especially, that you should make yourself available for questioning from the general public.
And-
That's just the way I
Right.
feel about it.
And there should be platforms that ask the tough questions. It can't just be send me your questions before you come. We don't take
Yeah.
phone calls.
No, Guardian
handle
doesn't-
it with kid glove. No, sir.
Guardian doesn't do that. We don't, across the board, we don't do that whole, we're going to prep you with questions. No, you should be able to answer the questions and the hosts, we do work with people as best we can because sometimes there are time constraints. But for the most part, I think that most people should make themselves available to questions from the public.
Good afternoon, Pearlie, Naughty, and MJ. I was expecting Pearlie. Well,
I'm
buckle
so
up and get a load of this.
Sorry, Pearlie has a function. He has meetings and stuff that he has to deal with today. So we're filling in for Pearlie today. Yes, you were right to expect Pearlie because this is a Thursday, but you're gonna have to settle for us today, okay?
Good afternoon, Pearlie, Naughty, and MJ. I was expecting Pearlie. I heard Darren on Goss show saying he got the ministries to pave the road in Golden Hours. That's garbage. Why Vaughan couldn't do it? They didn't like Vaughan. Well, first of all, I don't know why Mr. Pickstock being so disingenuous. I mean, everybody knows, and like I keep saying, a three-legged, one-eyed goat in a yellow PLP T-shirt running in Golden Hours, those roads would have been paved the same time, same place. Now, my question is, Mr. Pickstock brags about being the man to get it done, so what are you saying? That your predecessor, Lord bless the dead, Mr. Miller, was not worthy of getting it done? Or the administration you seek to represent in Golden Hours failed Mr. Miller in getting it done? Because it's obviously failed in Golden Hours. Residents aren't satisfied. And I think that if you want to be elected, you should be 100, full transparent, full accountability, which is alien to this PLP party. But you can't be disingenuous. You didn't get the roads paved, Mr. Pickstock. You didn't. That's a fallacy. Anybody in a yellow shirt running for that constituency, the roads would have been paved the same way. Stop lying to yourself and to the Bahamian people.
I think especially in this leading up to the next general election, we're going to see a lot of road works. I got to be honest with you. When I saw Minister Clay Sweeting the other day talk about $500 million, $500 million of road works like in the pipeline, I'm like, wow, that's a lot. And a part of me is like, oh, this is good. So we're going to get some stuff done. But then I thought, $500 million? That's like almost 20% of our yearly budget. Why are we piling everything just towards the end of administrations? And this wouldn't be the first one that has done it. But I think in general, we need to stop that practice. Better maintenance along the way will give us more bang for our buck, so we don't have to spend close to $1 billion one shot to make things appear to be,
close to $1 billion every
smoothly.
4 years, every 4.5 years.
Yeah, right
On a
down
schedule, right to the
wire.
wire.
But I gotta say, this headline, which is that there's $22.7 million contract signed for works on Mangrove Key. I'm sure the folks down there at Mangrove Key are that's a big figure. So I'm happy for them. But once again, you shouldn't have to wait so long in between to get some of these capital works done.
Let's get to the phone lines. Talking heads.
Hey, Naughty.
Yo.
Good afternoon to you and MJ.
Afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I wanted to piggyback on a little bit of that politics. You're talking about the problem with Mr. Pickstock, and I'm like I said earlier on the talk show, I hope he doesn't win. And there's nothing against him personally. The problem with Mr. Pickstock is that the party that he's running for, I don't think will stand a chance in the next general election and even in this by-election. Because, I personally think the strike that he's coming in with a strike against him
and that is one of his party, the PLP party. You know, the leadership of that party has shown blatant disrespect for Bahamian people. And because of that, I would be one who would never want to vote for the PLP under the Brave Davis administration. In my opinion, I think he's one of the worst prime minister the PLP ever had, and he doesn't have no respect for Bahamian people. You know, and I don't even want it to be said that I hate him. I don't hate the man, you know, because I put a post out there before on Facebook, and I said he would be one of the most popular prime minister, but then he can also be one of the most unpopular prime minister, and that's what has happened. People really used to feel good about Mr. Brave Davis when he first came into power, and now people don't feel the same way about him. Number one, people don't like the blatant disrespect. From Mr. Davis made that statement in the village or wherever he made that statement saying who he is, he's Haitian. He never came to the Bahamian people and apologized for that. As a matter of fact, Mr. Davis hardly ever addressed the Bahamian people. Most of the time you see him, he is either in a Haitian church or some involvement with Haitian, and we all see whether it's facts, but what we can see, it appears that he's given away this country to some other nation. Now, you know, he has to get this right before even Mr. Pickstock, in my opinion, would stand a chance in Golden Isles. Because this is the problem that we're having in this country today. People want the Prime Minister and the PL party out of there. And I'm hoping this election, not necessarily this by-election, but the general election, would send a strong message to Mr. Davis that we're not going to allow him to give this country away to no other nation. And he, you know, until he come and apologize to the Bahamian people and get that statement right that he made, you know, he'll always have a strike against him. So Mr. Pickstock, in my opinion, wouldn't stand a chance. That's the way I feel about it, Naughty.
All right.
Thank you so much, caller.
Good stuff, caller. Don't be a stranger. Good points. Let me get back to the text lines real quick. Hey, Naughty and MJ, I was hearing from your callers like a few days ago saying Leslie Miller got shut down on a certain TV show for what? Mr. Miller basically told this administration to hurry up and fix the problems at the hospital. Fix it. Get it done. Shut up and fix it.
But the problems at the hospital do need to be fixed. I don't understand why they would shut down the pot cake for that.
But
I mean,
this administration,
he's not saying anything wrong.
When you speak facts and actual factual and reality and truth and accountability, it's kryptonite to this administration.
Well, I think we do have to strengthen some of our systems, change some of our institutions. Like I was saying on Friday, you know, the continuity of growth and progress in this country does not lie with the political class. It really doesn't. It lies mainly with the strength of our institutions. One of our biggest institutions that we should be proud of is the civil service. So we have to strengthen that, and we have to look for that for continuity and for progress and so forth and so on. Something like the hospital being in the state of disrepair that it's in, and for so long, and I appreciated Mr. Darville talking about the nurse, not him feeling like she shouldn't have been suspended. But where was his explanation to us as to why that hospital continues to remain in that state of disrepair? Where's the apology for having a leaky...
Why are there alleged rodents
in
our hospital system?
For having rodents, for being short on supplies.
Mountains of garbage with medical supplies and medical waste piling up in the back.
In other places we aspire to be like, that would be completely unacceptable. And it was just unfortunate that the conversation was strictly focused on the nurse and her releasing that video and bringing us information as opposed to the content of the information itself. And I still feel as though we are owed an explanation from Dr. Darville and a forthright, truthful explanation on not only the state of the hospital, but the staffing at the hospital, because now we understand they're short about 500 nurses.
Pigeons to shake a lot. You need it at the microphone.
Just behave.
Naughty, you and MJ together is much better than Juan and Joe. You are respectful to MJ, but Joe always talks over Mika. Yeah, because Mika ain't Bahamian. She ain't a proud Bahamian woman. I know better.
You're a mess.
I know better.
You're a mess.
If Mika was Bahamian, Joe was in get slap long time. Shut up in there and let me talk. Stop freaking yourself out.
You're listening to Talking Heads on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Naughty and MJ filling in for Pearlie today, who is otherwise occupied. We have a ton of text messages.
We'll get to them right after the break.
And we will get to them right after this quick break.
Wiser can't provoke me to hunger. Well, and the more them try to kill me, and the more me live longer. More them try to stop me, and then the more me reach further. More them try to fool me, and then the more me get wiser. Can't cool, fire get redder. Every day them get up and about them at the best. How them want to live like they wild.
Craving something bold, fresh, and unforgettable? Tropical Gyros is your flavor-packed escape. A Carib-Greek fusion born right here in Nassau. From juicy grilled salmon, chicken, and pork gyros to loaded bowls, fresh salads, wings, and more. There's something for every craving. Find Tropical Gyros at any of their locations, JFK Plaza, Rosetta Street, Port Lucaya Freeport, or their franchise spots on Prince Charles Drive, Soldier Road West, Delaport, and Carmichael Road. Tropical Gyros, not just good food, it's an experience.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
This message has been brought to you by the Free National Movement.
Don't wait for a storm to arrive. Stock up on hurricane supplies, make home repairs, purchase a generator, and more this hurricane season with a Fidelity personal loan. Make that move today. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
Feeding the crew? Fueling the cravings? There's something for everyone with the new KFC Fill-Up Box. Serving 6 juicy pieces of chicken, 4 buttery biscuits, crispy fries to share, and 12 premium original recipe KFC nuggets. All packed into one crave-worthy box. Not a crumb's gonna survive when the KFC box hits the table. So dig in and do whatever the crunch you want with the KFC Fill-Up Box. Only at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty and Mary Jane. Only on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
It's time for the buzz. What are you buzzing on? Brought to you by John's Shoes.
Dr. Rastafari, fire keep burning, can't cool, can't cool, can't cool. Yo, the more them try to kill women and the more we live longer. More them try to weak women and the more me get stronger. More them try to fool me and the more me get wiser. Can't cool, the fire get redder on the street. And the more them try to stop women and the more we reach further. More them try to kill me and the more me live longer. More them try to weak me and the more me get stronger. Can't fool, the fire get redder on the street. And the I try to reach. And I know the youth them see it. Them say go on, burn the fire, call and J go and teach. And the I try to reach. And I know the youth them see it. We can't free freedom, me say we must free to speak. And the I try to reach. And I know the youth them see it. Them say go on, burn the fire, call and J go and teach. And the I try to reach. And I know the youth them see it. We can't free freedom. Yo, righteousness, listen up at them come reject. Be a corruption, yes, he said them a accept. Pan them earwaves and them internet. And what them televise, then a totally mess. Be up to them rightly and them concept. Be a propaganda, them spreading at the press. Imagine what them promote a be a homo sex, biosex, oral sex. Then they sex spirit check. Man, I don't transvest, I want wear woman dress. Man, I'll pray up and them not stop grow breast. Man, I touch and sexual and I change them sex. That's why the youth are rush rental go make. That mean a baby, them a go on next. That's why the prophet of the born filthiness. What next? And the more them try to kill me, and the more we live longer. More them try to weak me, and the more me get stronger. More them try to fool me, and the more me get wiser. Yeah, don't vote me to hunger. Well, and the more them try to kill me, and the more me live longer. More them try to stop me, and the more me reach further. More them try to fool me, and the more me get wiser. So cool, fire get rid of. Every day them get up and about them at the best. How them want to live like the wild, wild west. Every day them get up, gunshot them want press. So them shot you in your face, them shot you in your chest.
We're back at you. On the Thursday, November 13th edition of Talking Heads, your boy Naughty along with Mary Jane in your company right up until 6 p.m. Sitting in for Pearly today. So enjoy it, because normally we won't be on a Thursday.
Perlissimo.
All right, couple of things before we get it. We're into the buzz, all brought to you, of course, by John Shoes. Couple of things, all right? I got to talk about. Need to send this information out to Yamacraw MP Zane Lightman, who's now the Minister of Environment, or the Environment Minister, taking over in a temporary basis for the late Vaughan Miller. Listen, Mr. Lightman, Mr. Miller, Lord bless the dead, had lobbied on numerous occasions to have that barge removed off of the reef in Abaco that Roscoe Thompson and I have been talking about for going on a year and a half now. The reef is still there. It's disintegrated.
How long has it been there? Sorry?
A year and a half.
Okay.
It's disintegrating. The rusted pieces are falling into the waters around the reef and now causing a problem near the reef and with the ecosystem surrounding that reef. So please, can you, in that capacity as your Minister of Environment, I'm telling you, so you know.
I mean, I'm sure.
I know you long time, Zane. Zoo crew. I mean, come on. I'm giving you the heads up.
I'm sure he's aware of it, though, because he's his last position was Minister of State for the environment. So
Him
now
sliding over.
He's gotten the full
And, you know,
ministry.
If you check out The Guardian, Minister Lightman, government to destroy more shanty towns. Now listen, your colleague, Mr. Sweeten, when he imitating Larry Bird on TikTok with that bad jump shot, he could knock down a shanty town. The problem is, why his jump shot don't work like Larry? No follow through. See, Larry had great follow through. Sweeten need follow through. Clay don't have no follow through with the jumper. That's why this plank. And then the shanty towns, he don't have no follow through because he leaves the debris behind. When they destroy the shanty towns, and then it becomes a dump, like what they have in Abaco. And me and Roscoe have been talking about that on Monday for about a year and a half. So, Mr. Lightman, please, Abaco needs you to remove the barge off the reef and the debris from the shanty town that Mr. Sweeten knocked down, which he did a good job knocking it down, but then he didn't do a good job clearing it up. And now it's a dump. So you got to work on that, please. All right? Just wanted to give you that heads up. Okay? All right, let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
We don't need you. It's just not by nature, man.
What's going on, GNN?
Hi, Mary Jane.
Hi, GNN.
Listen, Dottie, you Mary Jane out of order, you know.
Why?
You out of order.
How we get out of order?
You calling the man shaky?
How long I been calling him Shake a lot?
Don't encourage him,
Shaky. I mean, come on, GNN. How long you been calling the show from the inception? We going on 4 years. Come on, brother. For at least almost 3 years, me and you been calling him Shaky. What you talking about? Don't play goody two shoes and pinky polite as MJ here.
You take your person for it. Hold on.
No, boy. And I can't ask Shaky for him because he probably ain't got none.
I listen to you call him Shaky so much, right? I get used to you doing that. I won't be like you, right? So I called today. The daddy was very late order, but I won't join it. Because can I suggest a name for him?
Go ahead.
Dr. Doolittle.
Dr. Doolittle is good?
Oh, boy. You just as bad, GNN.
So Shakes.
You're just
AKA Dr.
as
Doolittle.
bad.
Yeah.
Do not encourage him. Don't encourage him.
From here on out, it's a Shake a Lot, a.k.a. Dr. Doolittle. How about that?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Okay, thanks for taking it.
But listen, you can't say that I'm not consistent because I admire that man's consistency. He was shaky as the Minister of Grand Bahama.
Yes,
to the point where he get rolled out. They don't want him to run in Grand Bahama. To the point now he come here, so Shake a Lot. And I said everybody, I say, wait, If his track record as Minister of Grand Bahama is any indication, God help us all as Minister of Health, correct? Look where we at now.
Naughty.
And now, guess what I hear? GNN, put this to the GNN for me. I hear this. I hear a little rumor circulating, a little allegation that Sir Shaker-Lord ready to shake out of 12 pints and run in the next constituency.
You think so?
Boy, and if that is true, then he has earned the name Shaky. He shake off constituency after constituency after constituency. So Shaker-Lord.
He's slippery.
I just saying. Run it over the weekend for me. I know when you put it through the GNN by Monday, you'll have something big. But I hear the hot rumor, the hot allegation is to Shaker-Lord ready to ditch his second constituency for a third one in another general election.
Yeah, I got about 5,000 callers. All right, thanks for taking my call.
All right, my brother, have a great weekend. Be safe.
All right.
Let's get back to the text lines. All right, here we go. Naughty let that texter know that Mr. Leslie Miller on another show confirmed that the road works were already facilitated by the late minister and MP for the area. Why is the candidate for the PLP in Golden Isles taking credit for Mr. Miller's efforts? Also, isn't this works executed by Ministry of Works, which only now can commence work due to the rainy weather that we had prior to the existence of the by-election? This is the people's money. How much of Mr. Pickstock campaign funds or personal funds were used to pave the roads? If you're going to take credit, show the public that it was truly your efforts paid for by you. Golden Isles deserves better, not just an opportunist looking for public status.
I think he's trying to say that he advocated for it, but if Mr. Leslie Miller is saying that it was already in the works, then, oh boy.
It comes off like
this is some messy
Mr. Miller
business
couldn't
now.
get it done. The PLP couldn't get it done, but I can get it done. So basically, you threw your whole squad under the bus. For click, bait, and hype and clout. Mr. Pickstock said the government was paving roads in Grand Bahama. When did the government start that work? And where? It's an untruth because I'm riding around Grand Bahama right now and I don't see nothing.
Well, the government isn't responsible for roads in Grand Bahama proper. Now, if he's talking about West End or Far East End, the parts of Grand Bahama that the government actually does oversee and regulate, then I guess he'd have to tell us. I know there was some scandal about the roads in West End, but I mean...
Have we become so shallow as Bahamian people that we will vote for roads now? What about the leader of the PLP who said he is one of them at that Haitian meeting? Bahamians, stay focused. Naughty who shut Leslie down, though. I hate to be nosy. Them on the show or his own party? Both.
I have no idea. I mean, people keep saying this, but I'm not certain exactly what everyone's talking about. But just the idea of someone shutting down the podcast, that's, news to me because he's quite good at getting his point across.
Naughty, Rick Fox was or still an ambassador at large, an ambassador of sports. I listened to Beyond the Headline show last night, and they were dissing Rick Fox. Well, listen, why do you think I say the talk show that other talk shows listen to?
Dissing Rick Fox?
You don't notice that if me and MJ talk about something to get juicy with y'all, everybody else in their movement try to do a knockoff version of it?
Let's focus. Rewind. Dissing Rick Fox? Why?
Right, and I listened to Beyond the Headline show last night. They were dissing Rick Fox while only Gabby was trying to defend him.
I often say that our athletes have done such a remarkable job, especially in some really tricky times, keeping us looking really good on the world stage. So why are we dissing the former athletes
let me explain to you why they were dissing Rick Fox. And I find it so funny because look who I had a conversation with yesterday in front of the South House. But I won't go there now. But look who owns that station, that media outlet, Beyond the Headlines. Sabas owns it. We were, for lack of a better word, not by fault of MJ on my own, it just came up on the show because we opened the lines for y'all. And y'all opened that floodgate up as to who would be better, Rick Fox or Sabas. You see Rick Fox monkey stomped him on the show. So obviously, you're going to do damage control. You're going to call your media puppets who sing for their supper and say, hey, make sure I look good because Ricky done mashed me into the ground.
That is such a conspiracy, and we're not going to roll with that conspiracy. But I will say this, right? Why is anyone dissing Rick Fox? Because he's showing he's been in the news a lot recently.
He's showing interest in serving country?
I hate that about
this
the
same way your high profilers like Sabas and others want to be part of it and quote unquote change policy like he told me. Now, he never told me which specific policy he wants to change, but he did promise to come on the show. So when he's finished his layout for his campaign in Fort Charlotte,
is this?
Sabas,
Okay.
committed yesterday, will come on the show.
Okay.
And I quote, I'm not scared.
Okay.
So?
There's no reason why
He shouldn't be
would he
scared.
say that.
And if we
There's
want,
no reason
hold
to
on,
be
but if we
scared.
want young leadership and young visionaries, then they know how the world goes in 2025. They shouldn't be.
Yeah, but
We
I
talk
mean,
about all the issues, all the questions you present, and let people see who you really are.
most of the reporting that I've seen around Rick Fox and his comments, I think is pretty fair to him. I mean, and people can have their opinions, absolutely. But I don't think we have to tear down everybody that shows an interest in politics like the minute they put their heads up. And you know when it happens? Because the way he's entering it right now, he hasn't declared which side. If
Why?
there is going
Because
to be a
maybe
side.
he's cultured and been around politics
hasn't declared
globally,
it.
not only in America,
So,
but Canada and
once
Europe, and see
he-
how the thing go.
Once he identifies
How they do it in the real world?
Once he identifies his tribe, oh my gosh, we're so tribal, then he'll have one side attacking him relentlessly and the other probably defending him relentlessly.
And like I say, you never know. You all sit there and you all sleep. I mean, initially it looked like,
or he could go the
he was
independent
being, He was
route.
being recruited by the current administration, but like I always told you all do not sleep on the power of the Eastern Road. That's old Johnson boy fella. Johnson Road. Right there off the Eastern Road. That's right there. So don't think that we couldn't have talked to Rick and said, Rick, catch some sense. Now hold on. We have some things to show you, my brother.
Based on some of the things
Let's go to the
seen.
yacht club for a gin and tonic, and if you don't drink, we'll get you a cold Vitamalt. But no, we need to go talk.
He does look like he would prefer to cut an independent path, but I'm not sure how far that gets you in this day and age,
Rick
honestly.
Fox as leader of the COI would make them legitimate.
Shout out to all my independents, but it's a tough road ahead of you.
Hi, Naughty and MJ. I am hoping that this government loses the next general election, especially based on the fact that they continue to insult the masses, taking our tax monies and doing what they want to do and acting like they have done us a favor. Why do we pay taxes, Naughty and MJ?
There is going to be a reckoning, not just with the acting like you're doing us a favor with taxpayer dollars, but also with the lack of transparency. I really wish that this administration in particular would have focused more on trying to be transparent, answering the questions of the Bahamians, and just kind of like acting like, you work for us. So that is an Achilles heel they have. Can they straighten the ship before the next general election? We'll see. But accountability is going to be a big plank for many Bahamians. I think especially for the undecided voters, for the independent voters, the lack of accountability is going to come into play.
Good afternoon, MJ and Naughty. If y'all think Lightman going to do anything in the Ministry of Environment, I got the winning Powerball numbers for you. He is my MP, and he is useless as a Bahamian penny with a hole in it. Texter, how do you really feel?
He should be, Mr. Lightburn, should be familiar with like I said, he was Minister of State for the Environment Ministry, so he should be quite intimately knowledgeable about what has to happen in environment and natural resources. I'm curious as to why his position was temporary, though. I mean, does that mean he's going to remain temporary through the rest of this term? Are they going to, make him the full minister later, or are they going to make someone else the full minister later? That was interesting to see that, it was a temporary appointment, and they made that quite obvious that it's only temporary. It's weird stuff.
All right, let's get into this. Listen, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You got
another 12.
a lot.
Listen,
Text messages.
another 12 messages and more coming in. We're going to get to you all right after the news in the 5 o'clock hour. Callers who just hit me right back in the 5 o'clock hour. We'll get to you right after the news. We'll get into this briefly. We'll wrap this up briefly, and we will talk sports, all right? But I want to get to that.
The capsule
that you lined up.
So we have a new feature on the show, and we're going to get the schedule together. Of course, it's not going to be on a Thursday because we're not normally here on a Thursday. But we are going to talk about just some comparisons with our governance systems, with other governance systems around the world, and just interesting things that I think Bahamians would love to hear and love to know, because I think a part of why we're not as far along as we should be as a people is because sometimes we're not aware of certain things that we should do. And if we're aware of certain things that we should do as citizens, as voters, maybe sometimes we don't know what we should do in order to get where we need to be. So today is the first capsule. It's called Today I Learned, and we'll be dropping these in for you as often as we can.
Today I learned that when Bahamians point to Singapore as the model of what good governance can do for a young nation, the real difference started right at independence. Singapore became a fully independent country in 1965, around the same time the Bahamas was marching towards our own independence in 1973. But Singapore's founding generation, especially Lee Kuan Yew and the People's Action Party, embraced one core survival philosophy. Small countries don't get second chances. We must build strong institutions, enforce the rules, and make competence our identity. From day one, they committed to meritocracy, political neutrality in the civil service, strict accountability, zero tolerance for corruption, and long-term national planning that survives elections. They didn't build strong personalities, they built strong systems. And when you look at the standards they set, the comparison with the Bahamas becomes, well, revealing. For instance, in the Bahamas, it's normal to see public service employees campaigning with candidates. In Singapore, that would be career suicide. Civil servants there are legally barred from partisan activity. They're required to maintain political neutrality and the appearance of neutrality. And they're disciplined for even mild public comments that appear political. In fact, a senior officer in Singapore was once reprimanded just for remarks that sounded politically tinged. Campaigning? In Singapore, that would be unimaginable. Then there's the issue of media owners running for parliament. Here, a media owner can run for parliament while still controlling the editorial platform. In Singapore, not a chance. At least not the way we do it. Technically, a media owner can run, but in practice, they would be forced to step aside from editorial control. There'd be an independent oversight that would be installed. Regulators would monitor for bias, and the candidate would undergo intense scrutiny. Singapore treats media influence as a national security issue, not a casual side hustle. Then there's FOIA. In the Bahamas, the Freedom of Information Act was passed in 2017 and then left unfunded and unimplemented for years. Singapore would never permit that. Their philosophy is simple. A law must be enforced or it must be removed, but it must never be ignored. To them, an unfunded law signals dishonesty, weak governance, and disrespect for the public. It would be a national embarrassment. Then there's the issue that sparked outrage here. A nurse suspended after raising the alarm about leaking roofs and rats and rodents in our main hospital. In Singapore, that would set off a national crisis response. Based on past cases, here's what happens if even a hygiene lapse occurs. There would be an immediate internal inquiry, senior managers would be suspended, the Minister of Health would be compelled to address the public, apologize, and then lay out a plan of action. There would be a full inspection by the National Environment Agency. There'd be deep cleaning, pest eradication, and structural repairs. And then there's also the potential for criminal charges if negligence endangered life. And that's just what happened for a cockroach incident. Rats in a ward. In Singapore, heads would roll, and Parliament would demand answers. So what does all of this teach us? Singapore didn't succeed because it's richer or luckier or bigger. It succeeded because it built a culture of enforcement, one where certain behaviors are simply unacceptable. So today I learned that the true difference between the Bahamas and Singapore isn't geography or population. It's the institutional standards we choose to enforce, the failures we normalize, and the governance we are willing to tolerate.
Is this a good government that I can trust to look after me and my family and will see that my children are educated and will have a job better than mine and have a home better than mine? Is it fair? Or is it unfair, unjust, favoring its relatives, its friends, looting the public purse for its relatives, for itself, so that ministers live in luxury whilst the masses live in squalor? I mean, those are the crucial issues.
A land where excellence is cherished and hard work is a thing of pride. A nation disciplined and strong.
I'm MJ, and you're listening to Talking Heads on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. We'll be right back.
What happens when your faves team up? You get an original Asiago Bacon Club. Enjoy the iconic taste of KFC's 11 herbs and spices with a bite into KFC's original recipe chicken filet layered with Asiago cheese, crisp lettuce, tomato, bacon, our signature ranch, all on a golden brioche bun. KFC's original Asiago Bacon Club is made fresh, made right, available only at KFC. It's finger licking good.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
This time around, this time around, this time around, me girl with Brian Brown. This time around, this time around, this time around, me girl with Brian Brown. This baby, he got so much to give. Educational program, young people and the kids. You ain't gotta be no whiz. Brian handling business, all kind of things in these senior citizens. Hey!
Paid for by the Free National Movement.
Transform your home for less at Kelly's House and Homes Holiday Paint Sale now through Wednesday, December 24th. Enjoy 25% off house and spray paints plus 20% off paint supplies, except on net items. Our wide selection of paint colors is the perfect way to bring holiday cheer to your home. You'll also find the best selection of brushes, rollers, pans, glue, ladders, paint thinner, and more. So catch the holiday spirit and paint up for Christmas at Kelly's House and Homes Holiday Paint Sale, going on now through December 20th.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty and Mary Jane. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
You could open us up whenever you want, boy. This one that I know for shizzle.
We definitely talking sports today.
Curtis Blow setting it off. The classic. Blow the dust off it. Let's go.
Is my favorite sport.
I like the way they dribble up and down the court.
Just like I'm the king on
The microphone, so is Dr. J and Moses Malone.
I like slam dunks.
Taking it to the hoop, and my favorite place called the alley-oop.
I like the pick and roll.
I like the give and go, and this is basketball by Mr. Curtis Blow.
He's in his zone, Mr.
We love that basketball.
He's in his zone.
I used to go to dinner, then
Take my girl to see Tiny play against Earl the Pearl. And Jerry West made basketball at its very best.
basketball
Has always been my thing. I like Magic, Bird, and Bernard King. And number 33, my man Kareem is the center on my starting team.
Oh, no.
Yes, sir. Curtis Blow, baby.
Oh, no.
Setting it off.
No.
Yeah, what you mean, no?
Save us.
Save us from what?
I mean, I love your rapping skills.
You know what? You want to throw shade on basketball?
That was not
They should have saved Wemby from Golden State last night. That's what they should have. You should have saved Wemby from the Lakers.
I knew that's where you
and
were.
the Three Musketeers.
I knew that's where you were going. That's why I didn't partake in your basketball celebration.
Actually, you were wrong. For the rarities that happens, you're wrong.
Oh, I'm wrong all the time.
I was not playing on the fact that the Spurs lost.
Any chance to rub it in my face.
I was playing on the fact that this phone is inundated with text.
Oh, my.
Ricky Fox.
Oh,
Ricky.
my.
Oh, my God. Look at this one. I don't care about the politics. I'm with you, MJ. He's easy on the eyes.
I mean...
Okay, hold on.
Did I say that for the record? I mean, I know I thought it because he is a very handsome fella, but...
Ricky Fox would serve the country better as a cultural ambassador for sports. Yes.
I think he does that kind of work now too, right? Like he's.
But empower him to do more.
Yeah, no.
Hi,
He definitely
Naughty.
is easy on the eyes, some ladies. I agree.
Hi, Naughty and Lady MJ. They can't put their hands in Rick Fox's pockets, so they are bashing him. Fox should go independent and leave the idiots alone.
I just don't see why. I mean, it's and you do have people that have contributed to the country and they want to continue to, and this goes for everyone, not just Rick Fox, not just the big names, but anybody that thinks that they have something to offer. I would never knock that. Now, do we have to have standards? And
course.
Yes, we do, because
And
it's a
find out if
country.
there's any agendas or, special interests. But
Yes,
outside of
we
that.
do all of that. But, I just wish everyone luck that's trying. All right. Rico.
Hi, Naughty and MJ. The most pressing issue in this election is immigration. The country is gone. All right, let's get to the phone lines. Talking heads.
Hey, Naughty MJ.
Hey, what's happening, bro?
You on sports now? We still
No,
talking?
we talking
whatever y'all want to do.
Whatever y'all want to do. We can get to sports, but go ahead.
Thursday, whatever y'all want to do.
Because I was listening to the thing before the break with, I think MJ was
Yeah, today I
good.
learned. Yeah.
and I was like, "Bah, get off my head, man. Naughty, you got a wonderful wife there, Naughty. A wonderful
I'm
wife
going to
there,
stay out of
Naughty.
your head. I'm not even supposed to be here on a Thursday.
What you mean? Because of the
Listen, I've been saying this for years. You see all those Asian countries, you know why they're so successful?
Yeah.
They got like 50 to 100-year plans,
They do have long plans. And,
Nothing,
and they execute.
No government, nobody coming in, nobody going out, stopping
Right.
the plan for the country.
Yep. That is
You
so true.
understand?
That
And
is
that's
true.
what we do not have. All we have is 4 or 5 year plans for these things. My bad.
No, but
These
listen,
guys
listen,
fill their
caller.
pocket.
I look at it. I look at Singapore and see an island nation done the right way. And I
man.
look at the Bahamas and I see an island nation done the wrong way.
Well,
They just lock you up for spitting on the ground, Naughty.
Well, that's a little
You hear
much,
me?
but because now listen now,
Yeah,
you can't love me because you know how it is now. You walking down the street.
Law and order.
Yeah, but you know the hawker game. Come on, you can hit the sign walking out. You can spit on the sign. You can make it. Come on, this is some fun games as dudes growing up. You can't just lose. Come on.
The key is that they made, strengthening their institutions their primary focus at the very beginning, and they serious about it. Like they enforce it, transparency. Absolutely, they have to be transparent. Otherwise, what are you getting as a citizenship? And they as a citizen, group, and they stuck to that. Like they hold their ground.
And I bet you those potential
over self.
And
Yes,
I
every
bet
time.
I bet you those MPs got to declare, and if they don't declare, it's could be a problem.
They most certainly have to declare.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah.
Laws, simple laws. That's why implement simple laws in this country. This country
You
is
think-
far ahead because you sure we richer than that country, man.
You think Singapore got allegedly have workers from BAIC wearing the PLP T-shirt campaigning allegedly for pick stock and golden
No,
eyes?
heads would roll. Heads.
And you know anyone or your boy down there in Mount Moriah.
All right.
Mr. 7 million over budget.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
Law and order.
Have a good one. Have a good
story,
one,
man.
caller.
And listen, I appreciate the remarks. I would gladly take them based on the fact you were talking about the Singapore capsule she put together. But if that was based on the Spurs caller, I was going to have to say, look, I love my wife, but I can't give her credit on them Spurs. Too much pain for
Shut it up. Wait till the end of the season. What Pearly say is 70-something more games.
I don't know why you said that.
Calm
either.
yourself down. All right.
Let's go to the phone line. Talking heads.
Yeah, naughty MJ. How y'all doing?
Hey, what's going on, Muff?
Yeah, man, everything good. MJ, he can't talk, man. And the world champs blowed LA last night, the Lakers last night, too, so he can't talk.
But I would like to say that we were out the services of the greatest player in his mind on the planet, LeBron James.
Oh, well, MJ, you
If we had LeBron, we wouldn't have lost by 20, we would have only lost by 10.
MJ, you all run Chris Paul back to the Clippers, say.
You were so... Why you don't stop?
CP3.
CP3.
No, it's called the Aaron Fox running back to the Clippers.
We got our guy back.
Well, MJ, I don't have no love for the Spurs, right? Because you know the history between the Heat and the Spurs 2013, 2014,
Yeah, we beat
right?
y'all up
I
bad.
got two words, Ray Allen, right? But, man, y'all be too good, man.
He is.
The game was 114. He had that
Three-pointer from
to go up.
what? Yes.
Listen,
And
never
then the
scared.
game-
But Muff,
And then he have all these crazy reverse alley hoop.
I love it. Don't you just love it?
Blocks. No, I don't love it. I hate it.
hey, you know what I like? I like his shoes, man. He got the cow from Grand Theft Auto 3 on the shoe. That's his shoe design. The psycho cow from Grand Theft Auto 3. Listen, but I can tell you something, Muff, and you could appreciate this. When last you saw somebody, and I don't think maybe like the last time I saw it was a video of Wilt Chamberlain do it, but I watched Wemby go off a vertical the other night, and pin somebody's shot off the top of the white square on top of the glass, boy.
Yeah, he's good.
That's what 80 feet up there on the top.
Boy,
of the
you know what it is to block on the glass above the white square, boy?
I see it. Yeah, that's way up there. That's about 80 feet. Yeah.
And then a lot of people don't realize Wemby is 7'4". So if he shoots from the regular three-point line, he says it makes him feel awkward. He feels bunched up. He don't feel like he could get into his shot. And because of his height now, he gets to shoot it from 3 to 4 feet beyond the NBA three-point line.
Which is crazy.
And he drains it.
Because he's accurate.
Yeah. He have that crazy crossover dribble. He spin round and thing, dunk on you. A nice 10 feet shot, man. I don't like it, man. He do good.
Yeah.
Listen,
Fuck us again.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't like the Spurs. You know I don't like the Spurs.
Yeah.
But I ain't
But
gonna lie.
Naughty,
I could watch
what I was
Wemby
supposed to show
play
you
every
is,
night of the week.
Yeah, Naughty, what I was supposed to show you, Rick Fox, them is Holiday Ice, not Chili Willy.
My bad, but I knew it was an
Holiday.
ice company. Holiday,
Holiday
one of them.
Yeah,
My bad.
Thanks for
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yes.
But let me ask you, I mean, I think Rick might make a good politician in this country. What you think?
Yeah, man. Well, you know, he's sincere. He knows what you need. He has to call it. He's a smart man. I mean, an actor. I watch his movies and things. He's a professional basketball player. He's a professional. I mean, it's only ups now if he can need the power. He can need, like, if he could be in a governing party to execute what he could do. Because it really, I mean, he could do some things out of government and he have the money and the resources, but some things go with legislation and things and government approval and things like that. But he could make a good contribution to the country. I think so.
Thanks so much.
Thanks a lot, Mark.
And Naughty, when Antonio Brown comes to jail, the first thing he buys is Kong salad.
Well, I hear Antonio trying to get out of jail now because I hear he want to run.
He just come out. The first thing gone is one boot right opposite the jail and buy Kong salad.
What?
I want you to touch on the new All-Star format. And I want you to talk on that Bengay Bowl with the Steelers them could be up Sunday coming up.
Not the
And
Bengay Bowl.
Yeah.
The Patriots tonight.
I could talk. I could talk the Bengay Bowl, and I could talk the Patriots. We could do some picks. We'll talk some NBA. And then Pearly in tomorrow. I'll let Pearly.
I'll talk to you all tomorrow anyway before the weekend. Huh? You all be
Yes,
safe.
for sure. All right,
Good
Muff.
stuff,
That's up.
Muff.
All right. Here we go.
Text lines.
And Texter, I must say that this text is for MJ, but I ain't gonna lie. You made me feel good and all with this text. Naughty, your beloved, brilliant, beautiful wife needs an Emmy or whatever the Press Club Award is. And I agree. What an invaluable contribution to national development she just made with her inaugural capsule. Excellence personified. Tremendous. I hope Guardian Radio plays these throughout the day. And I mean
I'm going to
that.
try and do as many of them as I can. Each capsule will require some research because I want to do research before I put it together. But thank you so much. That's very encouraging.
Texter, let me just piggyback off of your sentiments. A lot of people say, well, Naughty, boy, you had a good run in morning radio and this, that, and other. I'll be honest with you. The reason why my game stepped up is the day I met MJ.
You're talking morning radio?
I talk in life in general.
Well, I was your little silent producer in the background.
Yes, but the fact that
we worked on that show,
I
on all your
learned
shows
from MJ
together.
that, listen, talent don't succeed if talent don't work hard. And you could be talented, but you got to work hard.
You have to explain to them what that means.
Meaning you could
show prep.
Show prep, exactly. Nobody preps in the game like MJ. Nobody.
So when I first started radio, and I'm not saying that the jocks before they start calling me and texting me didn't show prep, but show prep wasn't stressed as heavily as when we started like doing it regularly. Like we spend a lot of time on show prep because we think it's important to have as much information and give as much information.
And we
to
want to
you guys as we
entertain
can.
you. So we want you to be entertained with
yeah.
what we do.
Yeah.
So, Tex, I could say that MJ has definitely been a motivation with her excellence of execution all these years.
All right.
And I coined the Bret Hart phrase, the excellence of execution, because that's what you are. The excellence of
All right,
execution.
so
The shows
I'm
about-
wearing a cap, a baseball cap. You're starting to make my head big now, so let's just move
I
on.
could go so
please.
many ways with that too and make a joke, but anyway,
Yeah,
I'll
you're
stop.
not going to make that joke on air.
No,
Because I know
'cause
what
Erica's
joke
listening.
Erica's listening.
But
All
I
right.
do want to say thank you for inspiring me. Really, I do. It means a lot that you texter would come in, because if I say it, MJ would just be like, but you say it because you love me.
We do it for
I
the-
say it
we
because
do-
it's
we do
real.
all- we do this for the listeners, though. The Naughty, myself, Pearly, we do this because we love our listeners and we, try to, entertain you guys as much as we can.
And just like that, the Grinch has shown up. Grinch, how are you, text? I know who this is texting. Naughty, I hear how MJ talking about Rick Fox. Have you told her how nice Caitlin Clark look? I'm going to let you tell Kate how nice Caitlin Clark look, because you're the only one who think Caitlin Clark look nice.
No, but she's a pretty girl. She doesn't have the...
She pretty ugly.
Oh, just stop it. Just stop it.
She pretty much look like a dude.
That is not true. She doesn't have the traditional...
She pretty much got a unibrow like AD.
Could you please stop?
She pretty much look like Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz.
All right, now we're going to just cut your
She
mic.
pretty much gonna get schooled by Juju Watkins when Juju reach.
Mr. Producer...
She pretty much got schooled by Angel Reese already.
Do I have the pay grade to cut his mic yet, or I'm still working my way?
She pretty much got to take it because Mr. Producer don't like her neither.
Anyway, thank you so much, Taxter. We appreciate your appreciation for Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, that should buy us some time before he hits us back with another Caitlin Clark text. Let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads. Talking Heads.
Hey, Captain Naughty.
What's going on, Commander?
Yeah, good day to you and the madam.
Good afternoon.
Now, you know, it blow my mind of why we keep making it look like paving the road is some big favors. And I think I made a mention. Don't you know, out of every gallon of gas, the government get $1.61.
Right.
Out of every gallon of gas. We pay to license our cars.
Yeah.
So what that money supposed to do? Are not supposed to pave the roads?
I mean, you would think some of it goes towards that for sure.
No, that should be the main thing, to keep the road paved neat and nicely, because that's a lot of talk. And when we big them up like they doing, you know, everybody doing a big favor, and you know we wasting up the money.
Yeah.
And you think we could ever be a first world country?
Yeah, I do think. I mean.
And I agree with you. We just need to change some things, because, for instance, those cars what Japan get rid of, all we do is take Japan dump and bring in this country. I don't know if you noticing that.
There are a lot of small cars for sure, a lot of Japanese vehicles.
Yeah, but those cars is being done rejected, done old. That's why they be teething up one another, and no parts is being made for them. And it's reaping havoc on our roads. I think the government needs to revisit that, and you know, it just don't make no sense to me. And then on top of that, you have some of them don't pay no insurance. The insurance only is about $200 or something to keep on the road. They complain about that. So imagine one of them running to your good $40,000 car, and this person will be driving on our road, but they won't refuse to pay insurance for the whole year. And, you know, we have to get this country right, man. It's too much low. If you can't afford to get a certain car, and I agree, we have to get the bus system sorted properly.
Yeah,
and that needs to run more effectively and efficiently.
That would help.
Yeah, we have too much. Those cars is being rejected. Those cars is be over 13 years old, 14 years old. Come older than that would come from Japan.
I heard some stories about some cars too, in a certain, you know. Anyway, I can leave that alone.
No, I think we're seeing so many of those cars simply because that is what most Bahamians find affordable right now. I'm sure.
Listen, I can say it.
Yeah.
I think some Bahamians, and I can say it, some Bahamians can afford better.
Okay.
But what happened, we allowed them to get away with it. And you see all the immigrants, they driving them, some of them cars, they're small. Oh, man, look here.
Yeah, I have seen some really small cars and wondered how they got, you know, licensed to be on the road. I mean, I saw a car that was so small. I was literally worried for the driver because it looked like if they got in an accident, it would not be pretty.
Yeah, again, I repeat myself, they just be what Japan reject. So you pay a little $2,000, here it is on the road. So for us to become a first world country, we have to change some things, and let's get going. But anyway,
thank you so much.
Talk to you another day.
Good stuff, man. I appreciate you as always, caller. Before we get to the other call, let me just remind you real quick, man, it's all about KFC. The crunchy deals are going on right now. It's all about their fill-up box. 6 pieces of chicken, 3 thighs, 3 legs, 12 nuggets, 4 biscuits, and a fries. Only $30, VAT included. Fuel the family tonight with KFC crunchy deals. And don't forget Burger King. More food for your money. Taste on fire. That's right. The combo starting at $9, VAT included. That's your sandwich of choice, your fries, and your drink available for you at your favorite BK Nassau right now. So on the way home, let KFC and BK do the cooking for you. All right, let's get to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
Noddy and MJ, good afternoon.
Jeffrey.
That's me.
The birthday boy. How art thou?
Man, everything is good. Thank God for another day of life.
Now, you know what we do around here, Talking Heads. We stew cake.
Okay. Don't worry. I'm going to get to you two, hopefully.
You could send one big slice of cake and me and MJ will share that. You ain't got to worry about that. Just send one big juicy one and we'll handle that, okay?
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
And if you send one for Pearlie, I get teeth in and eat it anyway, but thank you.
And he'll get me when he see me on my
That's right.
Exactly.
Oh, Lord. Noddy, very interesting question the previous caller asked, and that is when does it seem as if the Bahamas could ever get to a first world status and whether it is even possible? You know, many of us have ideas on how we can become first world status, but we have to believe as a people that we can. You know, basically speaking, let's look at the infrastructure here in the country. We have a consolidated fund where all the monies go in. There's no true diversification of putting financial assets towards the delivery of goods and services where the stuff was derived from. And let's not even talk about road traffic, for instance. Road traffic is one of the biggest derivers of money in our coffers, in our treasury. Yet, we many persons buying $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 vehicles, and the roads are deplorable. You know, you're breaking these cars up, or you got to crawl like a turtle on the roads just to protect them. I mean, when are we going to diversify the consolidated fund, where road traffic things that money that's derived from road traffic, the majority of those funds should go to repairing our roads, maintaining our roads. Those persons who knock down our lamp poles and the railings and everything, make their insurance pay for that stuff, so that it takes that burden off the taxpayers. Back in the 60s and 70s, growing up, and even the early 80s, there were only certain quality of cars on our streets. And most of them were Hondas, most of them were Fords, most of them were Chevys, and so on and so forth. We have actually proliferated our roads with a whole lot of these small cars that I call disposable. And if you really look at the drivers and the way how they drive on the road, they know these cars are disposable, so they just drive recklessly. We could talk about the police. Where's the traffic police on a consistent basis on our streets? All these motorbikes that the police force has at their disposal, where we see the majority of them on the parades. Where are they on the streets? Where are the riders and the riders on the street? You know, it is just that there are so many ways we could fix New Providence as a whole. And it seems as if there is no true desire to move our country towards that level. I'll close on this one point. You know, it's really sad how we are being viewed. People would say, hey, don't worry about what the outsiders think. Worry about what we think. But I'm telling you, that's a fallacy. We have to be concerned how the outside thinks. Because if we look as if and behave as if we are mediocre people who don't have any sense, there's no truth, no justice, no nothing here. What do you think they're going to do when they come here, or they perceive in coming here the plans that they have for us? We have to fix this country. And until we as a people step up to the plate and call these politicians and these leaders and these pastors and all these persons holding prominent places in this country, until we get them to put their toe to the line and do what is right for we the people, we will continue getting what we are getting. Let's fix this country, man. Thanks for taking my
time. Good stuff, Jeff. Let's get the other calls. Talking Heads.
Hey, Noddy, MJ had to call back.
Hey.
So I'll see the averages in those Asian countries, the student averages.
And they ain't D.
All right then. That's where it starts right there. You know, you go in any of them homes over there and come to them parents failing. They'll disown you.
Boy, all your ears.
Education is important.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. You get bad grades, somebody getting laid out.
Exactly. And I think that's another point you have to make in regards to what's going on in our country. You understand? There's no effort to teach these children and bring them up in the right way. And let them know that they can become their own owners and to build their own companies as well. Everyone coming out to be working for the government or working for somebody else. You can be an entrepreneur as well and be successful.
Yeah.
So I guess had to make
Thank you so much, caller.
Good stuff,
You just
caller.
gave me an
Appreciate you,
idea
man.
for my next capsule. Maybe we look at education around the world.
And speaking of
Maybe we
capsules,
talk about that.
Naughty, can you all play the capsule again? I only caught half of it. I need you to play that. No, wait for the replay. But glad you enjoyed it and wait for the replay. Let's get to the phone lines. Talking heads.
Up for the next capsule.
Good afternoon, Naughty. How you doing?
Hey, what's going on, Cleaver?
Everything good. And hey, I'm Jay.
Hey, Cleaver.
Man, I had a bad experience today, man, Naughty.
What happened?
And I only called in because I heard the gentleman talk about the student. I didn't get the first part or reason why he called back concerning the student, right? But I have this thing inside my business establishment. Anytime I see a school kid come into the store during school hours, I would ask them why you didn't go to school.
Right.
If there's something I can help them with, maybe they would need a shoe or they don't have lunch or something like that, I would chip in and,
Right.
and try to guide them in the right direction. My daughter finished university Naughty at age 28.
Ooh.
At age 20.
Good stuff.
That's awesome.
And for a full 4-year scholarship to UB. Because I had a plan. I always told her, you're not going to be no minimum wage citizen under my watch. And I can make sure of that. Today she's an educator. But
good stuff.
I told the shorty, I said, it's important for you to go to school to get a good education. I said, now, if you can't give me a good justifiable reason, I'm not going to serve you during school hours. You're going to have to go walk all the way down to Super Value or one of the other establishments. But it wouldn't be in this establishment.
Right.
I mean, I thought I was doing something. This village has been obliterated. I thought I was doing something human. Little did I know, the parent come back.
Oh, boy.
And boy, did she put something on me.
Oh, no.
In the front of the child.
Oh, no. Really?
But the point I'm trying to make is, you cannot, and these are the type of challenges that responsible citizens will have,
Yeah.
How do you deal with the backlash? What if you're dealing with an incorporated, a parent who is incorporated?
Yeah, that's something that we have to figure out as a society. But did they ever say why the student was out of school?
Never,
did she come
never
rowing
said
you
it,
back? She never did?
All I got is a good cursing tongue lashing. That's all I got out the deal.
Cleaver, let me ask you a question though. When we were younger, and when we were in school, and then when we became young men, we remember the truant officers that were around, correct?
Most definitely. Most definitely. And Naughty, I'm happy you brought that up, because I spoke with Mr. Strawn a few weeks ago. He is in charge of the truancy officers. As a matter of fact, when the PLP won, shortly after they won, I reached out to Glenn Asana Martin because they were talking about the COVID ambassadors, they were planning on displacing them. So I texted and I asked her, I said, but how about making those COVID ambassadors truancy officers and crossing guards? I said, by the way, they're already on government salary. They have the vehicles, so they have to transition. She said, great idea, Cleaver. Stuff like that. Eventually, we have our truancy officers. But that wasn't what I was thinking about. I was thinking about them being stationed. I understand they are stationed in schools, but they don't even have on uniform. So how do you identify these individuals in plain clothes? We knew about the truancy officer on the Honda 70 that you're talking about, Naughty.
Yep.
Everybody knew about him. But what he's saying to me is that they're short-staffed, they're understaffed. But if you were to, Naughty, do an investigation on the amount of truancy students in the Bahamas and in New Providence, it'll blow your mind. There's a particular school, I wouldn't call their name yet, but their truancy rate is out of whack.
Wow.
But how do you get these kids to be in school? How do you reach out to these kids when you have parents and grandparents and guardians who themselves perhaps need to be in school because the way they approach it? There's no more village. And you can't participate without having these confrontations. That's why I guess a lot of parents, a lot of citizens remain and they just do their own thing.
Well, we got to do something clear because I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of truancy going on, a lot of cutting the cars. Like you say, you look in school hours, a lot of kids on the road.
Yeah.
But I don't know how successful I will be with that policy, but like I say, I don't serve them during school hours.
Right, unless they could give you a reasonable explanation as to why they're out of school. I would say to you, don't give up. Don't stop.
Keep fighting.
It's difficult, but where we know that we're doing something to try to improve this nation, to try to build up this nation, we're going to get headwinds. That's how it goes with any kind of change that's significant. But you don't stop. You don't give up. Keep doing what you're doing, and hopefully, one day you'll see the fruits of your labor.
Thanks a lot, and you all enjoy the rest of the show.
You too, brother. Be safe. We'll get to the break. Flip side of the break, I get you texted. As a matter of fact, Mr. Producer, let me get these texts now. We got one more call at us. All right. Let me get these texts in, and when we go to this break, on the flip side of this break, we can talk sports. All right, so let me do the housekeeping right now. Good afternoon, Naughty and MJ. Just a quick thought. Do you think it's right for these fast food restaurants to put a curb on the line to prevent you from leaving if they're taking long? A certain fast food restaurant in the Western area has just put a long curb on their line to prevent people from leaving if they take long, and they do take long from time to time.
Can't even get on the line.
Listen,
yeah, I don't that run.
I can be honest with you. If I pull up to the window and say, "Excuse me, could you pull up front?" No. Hurry up, get my food. You got 2.5 minutes. We know what time it is. You want a clock. You want me to move up because you're taking too long, and you're ordering the front
let's
backed
talk
up.
about that.
So, no, I'm not moving. And boom, 6 seconds later, my food was there.
Can the fast food restaurants tell us why you're telling us to stop before we pull up to the window and then to move up or go wait in the front? We know y'all probably on some kind of timing system, but here's the real kicker. It don't help me to help you be dishonest about how long it takes you to get food.
I'm not trying to help you. I'm not going to be an enabler to your lousy service.
Right, so because if you're on a timer and you're not hitting your times, why should I help you continue not to hit your time?
Correct.
Because the customer then gets affected. You guys need to be honest about your times and speed it up. I mean, do what you got to do.
And I would strongly suggest consumers, if you're in that line and they tell you pull to the front, say no. Work on your time, work on your game. Say no.
Some instances, people will move because then you're taking chances with
Don't
your food.
be bullied. No, because if you sit there eyeballing them right there at the window,
But
they
I
can't
will
do
tell
nothing.
you that it doesn't make sense to be. And where's the people from corporate from these places? Like, y'all don't realize y'all staff telling people to move up, come back, all this kind of hokey pokey with the drive-through line? No. And as for being trapped in with a curb, yeah, I'm on that run.
Naughty and MJ, please ask Jeff who the DNA is supporting in next year's elections. All right, next time he call, I ask. Good afternoon, Naughty and MJ. Okay, few people survive a car accident no matter the age or condition. They arrive at the hospital and don't miss and have little age and have a stroke or a heart attack. Going to PMH has become a death sentence. Does it have to say, I hate to say it like this.
Yeah, we have to strengthen our institutions. Everything else will flow from that. I know people hear a lot about FOIA and the Procurement Act, and they wonder, well, why y'all harping about that? I promise you, if we fix things like FOIA, if we fix things like the Procurement Act, if we strengthen our institutions and stop worrying about political characters necessarily, this country would move so much faster and so much farther.
Naughty and MJ, our country seems to be a huge garbage disposal. Cruise ships dump their waste in our waters. The U.S. send their for export-only foods our way, and all they use discarded tires, now deporting all their illegal immigrant criminals here. Then China sells us all their garbage juice.
Yeah, we have some work to do for sure.
That pull-up crap just burned my gears.
Yeah. Like, what are they pulling up for? Just hurry up. You want me to help you to be deceptive with the time? Hurry up.
Bahamians, now is the time to demand the Freedom of Information Act. The PLP should not get away. They take us for fools.
You know how crazy it is to say that we're just not interested in funding or fully implementing FOIA. You know how crazy that is? And I think when Bahamians hear it, they hear something technical, but I promise you, a fully implemented FOIA, a fully funded FOIA, a proper procurement act executed as it was intended to be. You guys want to see something? I want you to go to a website. It's called Checkbook NYC.
Checkbook NYC.
CheckbookNYC.com. That is the office of the comptroller, the city comptroller in New York City. And you will get to see what transparency in spending money, what transparency in contracts look like. I'm not even going to elaborate on it right now. We can look at it and talk about it some other day. But you want to see what transparency look like and not that jokey site that we have? Go to Checkbook New York City, Checkbook NYC. That is the address, checkbooknyc.com. Have a look at the way that they provide transparency with how they spend taxpayer money, with how they give contracts for taxpayer money. There is so much information there, and don't let nobody tell you we can't get there. The only reason why we can't get there is because there is no political will to get there. But that's where we as citizens have to come in and say enough is enough. How are you going to let someone tell you 4 years unimportant to them, and then you just say, oh, well, okay, we'll wait, I guess, to listen. That's not the way. That's a perverse inversion of the way things are supposed to work. We tell you we want
that perverse inversion.
We tell you we want accountability. We tell you we want transparency, and you tell us to go kick rocks? Really? And there's no consequences?
That's why you have Texas to this day chiming in like this. Naughty and MJ, I will not vote for the PLP. I don't care who they send. A vote for the PLP is a vote for brave, foreign national Lovin Davis.
Checkbooknyc.com. Go have a look at how serious people in the first world countries we talk about deal with finances and transparency for their citizens that they actually respect.
Hey, hold on. I have tried from time immemorial to get that parking lot at that fast food restaurant in the West taken care of. Y'all don't send me no text. I've been trying.
I know just
what you're talking about.
I know just
and I ain't gonna call no name. And you know why I ain't gonna call no name either. Let's go to the
you're
break.
not calling your chicken?
I don't do my good sponsors like that.
Anyway.
Refine style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then fine threads is your place. Refine style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place, is your place.
There is a new king in town, and the only place to find him is at Burger King Nassau. Introducing the Cheesy Ring King, featuring 2 juicy flame grilled beef patties stacked with American cheese, crisp bacon, sweet barbecue sauce, honey mustard, and the crown jewel, 3 golden mozzarella rings served on a soft, buttery brioche bun. It's bigger, it's better, and it's cheesier. Want just cheese rings? They're available as a side too. Get the Cheesy Ring King at any of Burger King Nassau's 7 locations. Available for a limited time only.
This message has been brought to you by the Free National Movement.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
Going through tires faster than a hot knife through butter. One wheel going left, one wheel going right. While the car crying and trying to go down the road straight, Chief, you need to go into Muffler World and get your wheels aligned. Muffler World will set you on the straight and narrow in no time with computerized wheel alignment. And since the car is up already on the rack, take them one-tread tires off and get some new ones. Muffler World on Mackey Street got that computerized wheel alignment and brand new tires.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty and Mary Jane. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
my favorite sport. I like the way they dribble up and down the court, just like I'm the king on the microphone. So it's Dr. J and Moses Malone. I like.
We're back at you on the Thursday, November 13th edition of Talking Heads. We talking sports now. Naughty and MJ in your company right up until 6 p.m. Break that down, Mr. Producer. We can't play basketball no more. On the heels of this news that I just got, we need to play Take Me Out to the Ball Game. I sent you a clip from Rich Eisen. It's 2 minutes and 33 seconds long. Yes, MJ, I'm checking my pulse.
Oh, boy. Something big happened?
Lord, Father, God, Daddy of baby Jesus, please.
Something happened.
We know you made the Cowboys with a hole in the roof of the stadium so you could watch your team play on Sunday. We know that you are a Laker
What's
God.
the drama?
We know that you're a Saxon God. And we also know, Lord, that you are a Yankee. Because they embody greatness just like how great you are, God. And please, God, let this Paul Scanish rumor from the Pittsburgh Pirates to the New York Yankees be true. Lord, please, God, let the big machine from Pittsburgh come to the New York Yankees. Then I could tell Pearlie to know his role and shut his Dodger mouth, God. Thank you, amen.
Say amen, please. And then
Amen.
Okay, now I can come at you. What is the drama?
There is no drama. Rich Eisen is following up on a report that is gaining steam now that Paul Skeens is hoping to be traded to the New York Yankees. He wants to be traded to the New York Yankees. He wants to come out of Pittsburgh and go to the Yankees on the heels of a Cy Young. Do you hear him crying out, rescue me from the wilderness, Cashman? Send the helicopter, send the boat, send the plane. Cashman, let me call you when I get off. I will go. Me and MJ will go quick trip to New York.
Man.
Go to Pittsburgh. I know how to get to Pittsburgh from here. They got a flight from here
to Charlotte.
To Pittsburgh. I know.
Mm-hmm.
I will go to Pittsburgh. I will, like Kevin Sullivan, I will take him the beetle nut and let him chew on it and become a Yankee. Lord, please let this go down.
Yankees is my team too, but the desperation.
No.
We would be in good shape.
You got to look now.
We would be in good shape.
And Mr. Freed.
Yeah.
At Gill, the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Pitching. Skeens, a Cy Young Award in there. Plus, you got your boy coming back from injury. I mean, come on.
Looking good.
Got some other key components in there, too.
And then that good pitching along with keeping our bats alive in the postseason.
Lord, I know it's greedy, but let Bo Bichette be in there, too, as well, Lord. Amen.
Bo Bichette would be an awesome. He's just, I mean, he single-handedly saved one of those games for Toronto for sure, you know?
Speaking of Bo, if his schedule permits, which he's trying to make it permit.
He's going to be here?
One of my Don't Blink nephews
in
will be
December?
Back.
That'll be good stuff.
Always
He had a
glad
good run in the World Series. Good run.
Naughty, the Lord just told me the Mets gonna get him. And in the words of Mr. Ingram, the devil is a liar. And shout out to Mr. Ingram.
They did get Juan Soto.
I got to see him the other night. And
former Prime Minister?
Yes, and Mr. Ingram,
that's so cool.
I am so glad to know that you are a fan of the show, and I'm so glad to know that you're a fan of MJ.
Cool. That is so cool.
Very much a big fan of you.
Okay.
So, good to know that.
My head getting any bigger like this.
Yes, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus and the New York Yankees Mets fan. Get ye behind me, Satan.
You think we could get Juan Soto back?
Huh?
Juan. You don't know him either, eh? He like Micah. You don't know him either, eh?
Micah?
Oh, Lord.
You mean the $47 million linebacker who got one tackle in a full game the other night and Philadelphia punched him in the mouth? That guy?
Text the website address is Checkbook NYC if you guys want to see what like proper transparency when it comes to spending taxpayer money and awarding contracts looks like. And that could be us, you know. That could be us. We just got to get harder on the people we empower.
Boy, I tell you, folks, I got goosebumps. I'm a little
just
emotional.
Just thinking about a possible Cy Young pitcher.
You don't understand. Plenty Dodger fans got plenty mouth, bro.
What?
And
you know
unlike Pearlie, who know when to curb it a little bit because of our friendship, you got some dudes out there practicing
and the way they pull off,
and
because if we're being honest, they shoulda, coulda, kind of, sorta, mighta, maybe woulda lost that World Series. You know, they were like on the ropes for most of that, right? They had a couple of good games, but let's be honest, in that final game, they really, they were on the ropes.
They were definitely
on
the ropes.
But Toronto let them off the hook. Although in that series, I did want the Dodgers to win. because you and I have a different philosophy. I don't want to see the team that's in my same conference that I got to be playing regularly come back with no World Series. I rather the other team way across the coast in a different conference, and we see them a couple of times, but not regularly. I rather them win than someone right there in my, right there in my backyard. But we think differently. You would have preferred had Toronto won, correct?
Yeah, to shut the Dodger fans up, and so I got to give Pearlie the business. But outside of that,
it was just for Pearlie. Okay, I got you.
And it's the long-lasting, hate between the Yankees.
Yeah,
and the Dodgers.
The rivalry is real, but that's what makes sports great.
All right, so we're gonna get into the picks, and but before we get into the picks, got to talk about a couple other things too. I'm also a big fan of MJ too, since she like 6 foot tall plus light skins. That's you, but see you
that
lose
is not
because
that
I am
is not a thing.
I am 6'3", twisted steel and sex
That
appeal,
is not a
light,
thing.
bright, and almost freaking white.
That is not a thing. That is not a thing, and that is not a thing.
But I'm just saying because this rabid Caitlin Clark,
I hate that.
Kansas City Chief. I know,
It
but
sucks.
but I had to just throw it in there
Do
because
better.
all right, I'll do better. But listen, I'm gonna stand up. I'm not gonna take crap.
You know.
I'm not taking crap off of Caitlin Clark.
Clark fan that fan is describing Caitlin Clark.
6 foot tall plus light skin.
That's Caitlin Clark.
And she looked like a man. Yeah.
Just stop. Gosh.
But I'm still gonna
Don't laugh at him, Mr. Producer. He's gonna keep saying it.
Hold on.
Can you
I'm
stop?
still gonna rep for the 6'3".
She does not look like a man.
I'm still representing for us 6'3", light skinned ballers with a shot, like me and Steph Curry then.
And you know what killed me about Steph Curry last night, since we are into sports proper.
Or like 7'4" Wemby.
I love Clay and Clay when he used to be there, but I still like Clay, of course. Steph and Draymond. I like my little Warriors. They like my little backup team when the Spurs go down. But to watch him, the old man, drop 46. Was it 46? How much points last night? Was it 46 points he dropped to beat Wemby and company?
But you know the
I was like,
sexuals will remind
mad.
you he's not 40 yet, and LeBron has done that in his 40s.
I don't even care what LeBron is doing, because right now, the only thing he's doing is sitting down. But
No, he's playing in the G League.
is he?
How the mighty have fallen. Take your behind to a trend like baseball. You can see Dodger management on the Lakers now. LeBron, take your bungie to
Well, he has
the
to get
G-League
back in
and
shape,
get in
right?
shape.
But to watch Steph Curry, who I've enjoyed watching over the years, there are some players you just enjoy watching. He happens to be one. SGA is another one who is also like carrying on real bad right now. I just love Shy. I love Shy.
One thing I love about
But to
Shy
watch-
is that he has taken Kobe's post-up game, and just how
He's so
Kobe
good.
mirrored Jordan and worked on that,
Right.
he's working that post-up game and turnaround jumper like Kobe did. And it's like Jordan and Kobe's grandchild. It's like the third generation, and Shy gets it done.
I think they said he had one game so far this season under 28 points. Like, that man works, okay?
Right.
He works.
And since we're talking basketball, I would just like to let you Bahamians know, MJ kind of got on me for
You
it.
Bahamians.
Us Bahamians, but the
Okay.
rest of you Bahamians out there know, my fellow Bahamians,
Yeah.
my countrymen,
Fix yourself. Fix yourself. Go ahead.
you Bahamians who happen to be my countrymen who happen to be Bahamians.
Uh-huh.
That cover it?
It sounds a little better.
Okay.
Okay.
You ought to be proud to know that I went in solo. And even though MJ was like, please ease up, I caught some empty neck dudes on the NBA page from Serbia, Montenegro.
That was funny.
From Detroit, Michigan. Looked like he lived in a bomb shelter. Looked like he lived in the bottom of a garbage truck. Talking smack about VJ.
That will not stand in our house.
And this goon from Serbia said, I don't know if you have the internet in your country. You have to pay for it. And he could put up a 5-game, the last
Statue?
5 games of VJ. Where, VJ had 9 points, 7 points that night, but he also had the game. He blocked Brown,
Yeah.
gave up and passed for the game-winning shot. He's playing defense. He's doing all the things. Listen, when the coach plays you 36 minutes and says he plays defense like a veteran, I go in with him.
Yeah.
Shut up, stupid people. He's won over the coaching staff. He's won over the city of Philadelphia. He's won over the team. But because you come from Serbia, and listen, I'll be honest with you. Serbia is like Euro trash.
No, it's just stop it. They had a couple of good players come out of Serbia, right?
Yeah, but they got some Euro trash from there too. Let's be honest.
And
don't
what
get
was,
on
he
your
sa-
high horse.
what was he saying about our
So,
VJ?
so he started to say that VJ is trash. Started, for
the
lack of a
nerve.
better word, glazing Cooper Flag,
No
who
way.
sucks.
No way.
And then the other one, Kapumful or Kafuffle or whatever his name is from Duke.
Mm.
And then I had to tell him, I said, we do have the internet in our country. And maybe, hopefully, they have it for free in your country. And you need to use it more often and spare us your dim-witted, low sports IQ takes. Because obviously, you need to Google more. Here's his whole body of work. All the games for the season, 15, 5, and 5. Let's talk the whole body of work. Then he comes back and tells me the only reason why I'm pushing it to make the generator story sound better.
What?
And I
That's
was
such
like,
a reach.
And then I had to go there.
That's
You
a
know
Mr.
I had to go there.
Fantastic length reach.
I said, I'm not pushing it. It's obvious you're pushing it from a racial standpoint, and I get it. But I'm pushing it from a Bahamian standpoint because I'm a proud Bahamian.
You didn't give him
And
the-
let me tell you, I said it's so ironic you brought up the generator story because VJ is generating the love of the fans in Philadelphia. They've embraced him. The coaching staff, his teammates love him. He's generated
Pride
all
from
that
a
love.
country.
He's generated pride from a country. He's generated a buzz to the tune of millions of dollars where Adidas doing 12-minute infomercials on him.
Yeah.
He's generated generational wealth for his family so he don't have to be a broke, denied oxygen in the womb Serbian fool like you.
You typed all of that on the
Oh,
internet?
yeah.
You typed all of that?
And I say from the bottom of my Bahamian heart, allow me to tell you, #CYC to the fullest.
And-
You and your mommy.
And we're not gonna
You and
we're
your
not gonna
mommy.
break that down any more than that. But I must say,
So I went there. I know that probably wasn't the proudest moment of MJ.
I love it. Can I tell you, I love it because the other day when that crazed fanatic tried to goad Buddy Heel into something, and Buddy told him X, Y,
I love
Z,
it.
and then
try to play victim, but my kid
then he
likes
tried
you,
to
and,
play,
and Buddy say,
yeah, and he tried to play victim, and all the Bahamians got online, and we did the full CYC to him.
And then
I actually loved it because I love to see Bahamians defending other Bahamians. And let me tell you, Buddy is a very unproblematic player. Buddy is very even keel. You meet him, he's a nice guy. He's usually, and most of them, except for Draymond, it's the Warriors, they kind of even keel, and maybe Jimmy Butler, he's a problem too. But other than that, Buddy is really laid back. So when you see Buddy run hot, someone
But I
had to do something
speaking
crazy.
of running hot, I had to run hot for the second one.
Yes.
The clown from Detroit.
Detroit.
Who decided to use the F-bomb and say that VJ is a...
You need to get off the internet.
No, he is...
spending too much time online.
He is a bum.
What?
He's overhyped.
How do you take an opinion like that seriously,
All right.
though?
They just allow me to go there. And he started to run on about, he'll be back on the island in 6 months. The league's figured him out, running right on. You know what I mean? And he went on to say that he is a farce. So I had to tell him.
That is a low
Your
IQ take. That's
parents
crazy.
are a farce because they should have used contraception and spared us your
You
foolishness
need to get
on this internet.
offline.
You
Like,
are the
what is
perfect
wrong with
reason
you?
for birth control.
Oh my God!
And
I
then
gotta take your
what
phone
I
from
love
you or something.
is that,
I don't know.
What I love is that I got international support. And when
Everybody
people
came
saw
to-
me from the Bahamas, there's like, I've been to the Bahamas, I've been to Goldie's. It's a beautiful place.
What?
And VJ is awesome.
I love it. I love it.
Then they asked me what #CYC is,
No,
and
you
I
didn't
told them
say.
I'd be back tonight at 7 to join me on the post, and I'm bringing some Bahamians to let you all know what it really
You gotta
means.
explain what it means. Oh boy!
Always remember, as a Bahamian, I could talk about a fellow Bahamian. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
But by God, anybody else, and you ain't no Bahamian,
All of
you
us.
will never talk about my Bahamian brother, whatless or decent. It ain't gonna happen.
Sticking on you.
It ain't gonna
Online.
happen.
We sticking on you.
That's
Oh,
just how it
gosh.
go. And that's
Oh,
why when
boy.
I say, listen, props to all your foreign nationals here, legally and illegally and all of that, that's fine. You're here.
Well, it's
You
not fine,
Not
but
fine. You
yeah.
can figure it out. But one thing you can't do, don't talk on my politics. Don't. You ain't from here. You don't feel it like us. I don't care who you're married. Leave Bahamian politics to Bahamians. And we'll leave you all American and Canadian and European politics to y'all. Okay? And I mean that in a good way. Love you still. But know your role. Shut your mouth when it comes to our politics. Because that's our politics. Go worry about yours. Now I've totally made my wife say, yep, he's not going on the internet tonight. I'm taking the phone now.
I'm actually enjoying this. This is a fun show, but I see why they keep us on the building on Thursdays. It's pearly time.
Anyhow, for all of y'all who chimed in today.
Yes, so many of
Good
you.
stuff.
Thank you.
We appreciate y'all.
All of you talking heads out there.
And we'll be in tomorrow. We'll do the weekend review. Special guest, Michael Barnett, the F&M ratified candidate for Killarney in the first hour. Second hour, promise, going into the weekend, NBA, NFL in depth, college football, got some boxing to talk about, and more VJ, because I can tell you, I getting back to that page tonight.
So part 2 tomorrow?
Maybe part 3.
Guys, enjoy the rest of your day.
For MJ, for Pearly, for Mr. Producer, this your boy Naughty. We'll see you tomorrow right here on Talking Heads.
Can't check me, man. Get on down. Oh, yeah, I like this basketball deal. Now, here I go in your face. Swish. Oh, yeah. To the hoop, y'all. It's basketball. Tell me, were you in the joint? The night won't score 100 points. But when the Celtics won titles